How's it going, guys? This is Ryan. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my first $1 million check. It's right here in my wallet. Alright. Here, I'll give you a little peek at the check without showing the routing number and allowing you guys to wire it. And unfortunately, the wire wouldn't be successful because there's not $1 million in this account. But here's the check right here. Make sure you saw it. It's $1 million check dated for July of 2022. Yes, I wrote myself a check to my future self to be deposited July 5th, 2022. Why would I do something like this? Well, I got the idea from Jim Carey. I found an old YouTube clip of him on the Oprah show talking about how he actually wrote himself a $10 million check, and when he was younger, and he carried it around with him in his wallet like I am, and eventually he got his first real big breakthrough was the movie Dumb and Dumber, and that $10 million check had a deposit date, and a few days before he got a huge check for at least $10 million for the movie, and I'll actually insert a clip of it here.
So didn't you write yourself a check? I heard that you did. Is that true?
I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and I put it in my wallet and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff, but then just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber, maybe.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Yeah.
So you visualize yourself like...
Yeah.
Visualization works if you work hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You can't just visualize and then, you know, go eat a sandwich.
I suggest everyone go watch that. I thought 10 million seems like a lot, and I want to write something that's like tangible. I can really possibly reach it within a 5-year term. So I'm about 2 years carrying this check around, 2 years in July. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'll actually share my net worth. Not the exact number, but kind of how much it's grown. I'll kind of go over that. But I really want to talk about why I did it. I did it because I saw Jim Carey did it. But why do I have this relationship with money? Why do I feel the need to be this focused on it? And I kind of feel like other people don't feel the way I feel about it. And maybe that's because they don't know, or maybe they could watch videos like this on YouTube to give them a better understanding. But my background really is, in 2008, the financial crisis occurred in South Florida, and I was still in college at the time. Didn't really understand anything about money, and I didn't really understand why everyone was losing their houses, and everything that they worked their lives to build was just gone. And I kind of really got into the idea of money, and I really got into theory first. This video is not about that, but like Austrian economics versus Keynesian economics, and economic cycles, and central economic banking, and suppressing interest rates, and quantitative easing, all these financial terms, which I'll probably make future videos about that, but this is not about that. This video is about the check I wrote to myself to create a map. I created myself a map. This check is a map of myself moving into the future. Humans were kind of basic species. We either move towards pleasure or away from pain. So my relationship with money is to move away from pain. I saw a lot of pain occur around a lot of people that I knew, pretty much everyone. I mean, even this is South Florida. All these houses were foreclosed on, and the whole economic machine was disrupted. So I said, I don't want that to happen to me, and I want to have abundance, to not feel pain, to not feel that kind of pain, because I've seen it, I felt it, it was real, you know. So that's why I have this relationship with money, and that's why I feel like having abundance of it is important. And if I can have a net worth of $1 million by 2022, I'll be on the road of where I think I need to be going. I'll be on the road to financial freedom. So getting back to this check, I wrote a physical check and I carry it with me every day. It's a map. It's not like the law of attraction kind of a map. It's an association. So I know where I want to go, and I have an association with this abundant thing in my wallet. For me, it's like when you go buy a new car. Now you have an association with that car. Now when you drive down the road, your brain now sees your car everywhere. Those cars were there before, you just didn't realize them because you didn't have the association with it. So you're now more in tune with what's going on around you because you have that relationship. For me, that's what this check is. My brain is now more open to more opportunities, to make more money, to educate myself more, to work a little bit harder, to work a little bit smarter. It allows me to be a more resourceful person, to look for mentorships, to talk to people that know things that I don't and I can learn. And eventually on July 5th, 2022, I could sell my assets and liquidate this check. And actually, maybe I short sold myself. Jim Carey had a more abundant mind than I did. He wrote a check for 10 million. I probably couldn't have taken myself seriously writing that check for 10 million. I needed, for me, I wanted it to be real and tangible. And maybe that's my own limiting beliefs in myself, but that's who I was at that time. I just saw Dan Locke, who has a very good YouTube channel and just very good social media presence. He said that being broke and being poor are not the same thing. Being broke is just a cash flow problem. For me, again, this check is having an abundant mind. You can beat being poor in your head before you actually have abundance. So to summarize again, my first $1 million check is a map that has allowed me to move away from pain that I associated money with before, so having more of it would allow me to have more pleasure essentially and less pain. It allowed me to become more relentless. In business, I don't think I have any one particular best skill, but what's allowed me to be successful is I'm just relentless. I just don't get tired. I just never really feel defeated. I just keep on going. I get up every day. It's because I have a map. I know where I'm going. I have an idea on how to get there. Every day I'm walking a little bit closer to it. Since I wrote this check, my net worth has actually grown about 3.5 times. And if that happens again in the next 3 years, I will be able to deposit this check. So hopefully this video's provided some kind of insight or motivation or an idea on how to get yourself in the proper minds on how to become more abundant. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and also ring the notification bell so YouTube notifies you every time I upload a video. Also, if you enjoy my content, please make sure to come over to Instagram. I'll put my handle right here, somewhere around there. I post there pretty much daily, different things going on in my life, a lot about finance, and all different kinds of stuff that I'm into. But I post videos to YouTube every week, so I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.